We've all done it. Ignore the traffic signals when crossing the street. It's a bad habit, and it can be deadly. And now it can be costly. More and more drivers are hanging up the pumps and coming to the nearest bus stop to take full advantage of free public transportation.
An increase in minimum wage could stimulate economic activity, but it could also create greater unemployment and higher prices. So where's the happy medium? At the Carborough Farmers Market, vendors offer a fair variety of both organic and conventional food options. But a food's health benefits aren't the only factors to consider. One permit has been issued. Now, council members are considering a change to the rules to encourage more food trucks. Security devices are all around us. They're one way we protect our property and personal information. And on the corporate level, security is an even greater priority. CII Technology Solutions' Mike Taylor explains.
Corporations should have different policies, meaning only people who need access to corporate credentials should have them.
Corporate online security is often threatened by viruses, hackers, and most recently, keyloggers.
One of the biggest threats that's out there today is keyloggers, data miners, where they're stealing your corporate information as you're typing it.
By using sturdier firewalls and greater account protection, companies can prevent breaks in security. Taylor and other online security specialists suggest using more complex passwords, limiting access to company users, and blocking access to online applications. Companies need these security measures more than ever with the rise of social media. With just a few clicks on the computer, a hacker can easily move from being an outsider to an insider when it comes to invading corporate social media accounts like Twitter. Joanne Chase owns a Raleigh public relations firm and says, in today's business world, building a social media presence can be beneficial, but only if you're protected from outside hacking. As much as social media can help build a brand, the impact of corporate hacking can just as easily damage a company's image.
If a fan sees something that they don't like, that they think may be malicious or could impair their own computer security, they can automatically, with a click of a mouse, no longer follow your brand.
Maintaining corporate security is the ultimate goal, protecting the company's image and the information. Chase says the best way to accomplish this is something that we can all relate to.
I would recommend for people to really treat their corporate social media channels like they would their bank account. You really need to keep it secure and minimize who has access.
This is Call of Duty, one of today's most popular video games. Complete with guns, blood, and explosions, this might be the closest thing to a gamer's paradise. At least that's what UNC student Christian Ramesberger thinks.
They're exciting, fun, they're competitive, and everyone plays them, so I guess it's kind of just a big thing.
But could violent video games like Call of Duty be creating a nightmare for our society? Nightmares like the recent shooting rampage in Newtown, Connecticut.
We have a new image of the suspected shooter as we tell you everything we know about who did it, what kind of weapons, and why.
Research shows people who play violently themed video games on the regular basis are more prone to acts of violence and aggression. But how well does the study apply to the average gamer?
Almost every guy I know plays violent video games, and I mean, everyone's not walking around, they're not all, doing violent things. I feel like there's just been like a few bad examples of kids who played violent games and then went off and did bad things.
In stores like this GameStop, there are walls filled with violent video games like this. But for those people who choose to buy these types of games, it's not always easy to determine if they will or will not be exposed to more aggressive behaviors. UNC School of Journalism professor Jane Brown agrees.
What the media are doing is promoting the idea that to be a real man, you carry a big gun. And you shoot it if someone disagrees with you, or you have an argument with someone, or if you're frustrated by something, you just shoot them.
For Christian, just shoot is a motto that he applies only in the virtual world. The fear remains for others, it may mean more. UNC junior Johnny Ubri Cardona has been driving for 4 years, and like many other motorists, he believes he has mastered the distraction of driving while using a cell phone. But while doing this, and this,
I'm on the way.
It's harder to pay close attention to the most important thing, this. The Chapel Hill Town Council was evenly split 4-4 on the ban that could stop residents at least 18 years or older from using their cell phones while driving. Most of the opposition comes from council members who question if the Chapel Hill police had the authority to enforce the ban. Roads like Franklin Street and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard are the state's responsibility, and the proposed cell phone ban may not apply on these highways. Ubri Cardona is one Chapel Hill resident who says he doesn't completely agree with the cell phone ban, but does recognize some of its benefits.
Definitely understand the reasoning behind the no cell phone ban, and I feel that with the ban it'll help save a lot of lives. I think there are countless lives lost every day due to texting while driving or having distractions in the car while you're operating a vehicle. But as an adolescent, I know I can admit to texting or being on the phone while driving, and I know a lot of my friends can as well.
If the town council does reach a majority decision in favor of the cell phone ban, violators in Chapel Hill can expect to pay a $25 fine, a fine that some think is a small expense to ensure driver safety. Reporting in Chapel Hill, I'm Briana Harper.